3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat. You can follow me on Instagram at Print, Shoot, Repeat and on Twitter at Printing Guns. I also have a Patreon. Feel free to check it out. Patreon.com/Print, Shoot, Repeat. All right. We already got our first voice crack out of the way. There will be many more. On this channel, if you're not familiar with it, I 3D print guns and test them. And that's what we're about to do today. In addition to LARPing with a plate carrier on and pretending to be an operator, which I absolutely am not. So, what do we have here today? We have the long-awaited, anticipated Hoffman Tactical AR-15 lower. I have been wanting to test out a 3D printed AR-15 lower in rifle caliber for a long time, and I first came across Hoffman Tactical when I was very much in the beginning stages of my interest in this hobby. I saw him on YouTube.
Welcome back to Hoffman Tactical. Welcome back to Hoffman Tactical. Welcome back to Hoffman Tactical.
Noticed he was a pretty young guy out testing his 3D printed lower designs for AR-15s, and I was like, wow, this kid is pretty cool. He's going out and testing these, and he doesn't look very old, and he's designing them and doing the push-up test on them.
We're 15. 12. Aha, there we go.
And I was like, man, I got a lot of respect for this kid.
Got it? Fire. All I can say is, we need more tracers.
I just really appreciated his passion for the subject, and I had always wanted to try one of his designs because as a designer of these things, he's a little bit away from the rest of the community. He seems like he's doing his own thing, and I got a lot of respect for that. So, Hoffman Tactical, if you're watching, I got respect, bro. So before we get into the details of this build, I want to thank Nemesis Defense for providing some of the parts for this build. They are a website that sells gun parts, nemesisdefense.com. They don't sell firearms, they sell various Glock parts, AR parts. You can find a lot of different accessories on there. I recommend checking them out because they are supporters of this channel and they are supporting 3D printed firearm development. Let's talk a little bit about this design in itself. This is an AR lower design that utilizes a hose clamp, and it is printed in PLA. This is Polymaker. This is an enhanced PLA that they make called Polymax PLA, and it is in this gray color. I got a big old spool of it. I got a 3 kg spool of it, and one of the things I printed was the FGC9. The other thing I printed was this Hoffman Tactical AR lower, and we have this kind of MPX style grip. This is made by Are We Cool Yet? I put that on there. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks. This hose clamp design utilizes this reinforced left side of the part where the buffer tube screws in.
That Polymax PLA, baby. Where you going with them layer lines? Damn. Can I tighten your hose clamp?
Screws in. So this is generally where ARs, 3D printed polymer ARs, tend to break, and this is why it's reinforced here. Without further ado, I know I've been talking for a while, let's shoot this thing. So I've just got one here in the magazine for now, and we're going to pop this in here, see how it feeds. And then, so, alright, looks like it fed around in. Safety is going to be off. Okay. Being very careful. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to pull this. So, fingers crossed, Hoffman Tactical AR lower. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's inspect here. Do we have a ejected casing? Slide lock back. I think that worked. We'll look at it in slow motion here. Let's try another one. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's look at the frame. It appears the lower receiver is just fully intact. We got another bolt hold open. Gotta love it. Alright. I don't see any damage at all. Let's look at the rear where that hose clamp goes. Yep, nothing doing here. Everything looks good. Alright, so after taking a look at our lower receiver here, everything's intact. Everything is functioning as it still should. Bolt release, good. This hose clamp is holding on there tight. Nothing's coming loose. Grip is still good. Upper looks fine. So I think it's time. I feel safe enough to shoot this thing with my hands. So let's do it. All right, here we go. We got our bolt closed. Let's chamber around. Should be good to go there. I'm gonna hold it away from myself at first. We got a SIG Romeo 5 on the top here. Wow. Yep, everything seems to be holding together. All right there. Try another one. Appears to be good. Optic seems quite off though. We're okay to shoulder it. Yeah, this thing, I'm gonna have a problem with this brace. And we're open and clear. All right, I think it's okay. So, put about 100 rounds through this thing so far, and it is a hot day out here. This thing is holding up great. Shouts out to Hoffman Tactical. It appears your design is a success. These P-mags fit in there really great. Some of the other mags are a little bit more snug. I did have to do a little bit of filing to get these hex mags to fit in there good. They come out fine. It's a Daniel Defense mag. Fits in there fine, drops out fine. So, what are my thoughts so far? It's great. Great! It's doing great. It feels just like any other AR, honestly. I will mention that he does sell a kit, and I wanted to support him, so I did buy it. He prints these polycarbonate front slots that go into the lower. They're reinforcement tabs that you put the takedown pin through. So I did buy a kit from him, so I wanted to support him, which is a great thing to do if you don't want to print this yourself and you want it in a little bit stronger material like polycarbonate. Go to Hoffman Tactical's website and get one. I did buy it with the hose clamp, so I mean you can get a hose clamp at a hardware store or whatever, but he sent me the kit that actually helped take these put these pins in. He's got a little tool. It's worth it in my opinion. I think it was 30 bucks, so I wanted to support him. Hoffman Tactical, if you're watching, great job, dude. I'm gonna do a push-up test on this. It worries me a little bit doing the push-up test with this grip because it's got such a fine point here at the end that there might put it a little bit too much excess pressure on this grip. So I guess we'll give it a shot. I don't want to you know, tarnish Hoffman Tactical's name if it does break as a result of this grip. But something tells me it's probably going to be okay. It's just there's not a lot of material here, so maybe I'll end up doing the push-up like that. Just trying to put as much weight here on this rear part as possible. The part where it's going to break is right in there. All right, so one of the things that Hoffman Tactical does in his videos is he will do a push-up test with his lower receivers to kind of determine the strength of this rear part here, and we're going to do the same thing. I am a little bit concerned about this grip, though. This grip is in PLA. This is not part of Hoffman Tactical's design, and I don't know if you would recommend doing a push-up test with this grip, because a lot of that force is going to be going on here and on here. So for what it's worth, if we break it, we break it, but we'll know it's the grip if we probably do break it. Time to get into doing some push-ups. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm trying not to hit them. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right. Well, I think we're okay. Let's see if it still racks. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to inspect it, but it appears that we may have bent the back here. I'm a little winded. Maybe I'll give you guys an update in a little bit, but it survived. It didn't break, but it looks like it maybe got a little deformed here, and now it's not fully cocking back. But anyway, that's our push-up test. All right, so our conclusions on the Hoffman Tactical AR-15 lower. It performed pretty much flawlessly. After putting it through the 25 push-up test, we did run into an issue with this buffer tube bending. It bent a little bit, and now I can't bring the bolt back fully and charge the weapon. So that's a little problematic. All right, so cutting into this video with an update from the future. To my surprise, with a little bit of time, this rear part, it unwarped, and now it does fine. I had it in my car and it was a little warm. I thought that maybe it would warp, but it actually warped back in the best kind of way. So we have clear slide coming back. If you notice, the upper is different. It is a 300 blackout upper, also sent to me by Nemesis Defense. Nemesis Defense, thank you so much. This is side charging just like the 5.56 one, 10.5 inches. And we've got some 300 blackout that we're going to put through this thing. This is going to be painful, but I say we see if we can drop some rounds down range with the Hoffman Tactical lower and 300 blackout. All right, got a couple more left in here. And we're clear. I think it did all right. So Hoffman Tactical, again, doing pretty great. This is a great design, I think. I will be doing some more tests on some other AR-15 lowers. There is a few which I will maybe list here as we go on in the channel. I will be testing some more, and as always, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been an episode of Print, Shoot, Repeat, and I appreciate you all for supporting by watching the channel and liking and subscribing. Till next time, peace.
What's going on, everyone? I want to take a second to thank all of my Patreon supporters, every single one of you. Couldn't do this without you. You're helping keep this channel alive, and you should be proud of yourselves. I want to thank individually, though, all of my 50 AE big time Patreon supporters, and I'm going to list them right now. All right, first we got Andrew O, Angel G, Bashar A, Bibbert, Big Boy Deluxe, Coder, Dave Gabbana, Deceit, Fox434_TTV. We got Gas Mask Al, Genger, Jesus C, or Jesus C, Jim H, Joshua H, JT, Cami, Kelly B. We got Kiawa, what's up? We got Microcosm, Ned's Dead, my dude, Salem Lakes Armory, T Lance, Silent Stray, Teddy here, and last but not least, Tim H. Woo! Thank you guys so much. Couldn't do this without you, and have an awesome day. Now watch the blooper.
And before we get into the... Hold on. And before we get into the technical... So before...